we're back. I hope we're back. Somehow we got kicked off, and I hope that everybody has followed us over here.
Where's all the people?
I know, where'd all the people go? Hopefully, we're just not going to talk to ourselves for the next 15 minutes.
No, come back.
I know, like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to share this link again. Hopefully, people can find us. Oh, it looks like Ellen's here. So some people are finding us.
Okay, good. Good.
Okay. So, not start over. But we'll keep going from where we were.
Okay.
Pull up my agenda because now I'm totally off topic. So we were talking about what platforms brought you the most traffic, and you were saying that would be Pinterest and Instagram.
Yes, Pinterest and Instagram. So I'm trying to share that to my page there.
Oh, thanks. So what would be your goals for 2018 then? Are they focusing on those platforms, or do you find that you need to bring in more traffic from them?
Yes. My major goal is Instagram. Are we still on?
Yes.
Okay. My major goal is Instagram. I love Instagram. I've loved it since the moment it came out. And it's almost like really, as it evolves, it's more like a little mini blog, you know? It's
yeah,
like
it really is.
Blog. It's like blog and YouTube, like combine it all. And I'm like, I love it. I really love it. And so that's my goal. I would really love to, of course, grow it bigger and be able to focus on that mainly,
right.
Honestly.
How are you trying to grow your Instagram? Do you have any special techniques, or are you just focusing on content?
I mean, definitely focusing on content, definitely trying to engage more, which is hard. You know, we just talked about, you know, you and I both, we work full time, so we can't just be on our phones,
right?
Engaging all day long. And so just, again, with everything that we have done from the get-go since, for me, 2008, when I entered this world, just trying to be real and authentic and just engage with people and honestly build relationships just like, you know, we have over the course of so many years. So
kind of going back to basics.
Yeah, that's all I know to do. I mean, that's really all I know. So
well, I always check out your stories because I love to see what you're up to, and just as a friend too, to see what's going on in your life. And I noticed that you had organized your Instagram stories in a pretty cool way. And I hadn't seen it done before on anybody else's page or on their Instagram stories. So I'd love if you could tell our influencers how you did that.
Yes. I would love to. And again, as I get the question, like somebody asked me, you know, why should we do this? Does it help in some way? I don't know that it helps necessarily, other than just makes it look pretty and organized. And hopefully if someone lands on your Instagram page, they would think, okay, this is a professional or someone who really is taking great pride in what they're doing. And so that was one of those.
It does make it look really nice. I really do like that. But I honestly have no idea how you did it. And a couple of people had asked me too, you know, if, you know, you could help us and figure out how to do it. So I know you put together a little PowerPoint presentation for us, or just some slides to show us how to do that. So what I'm going to do is share my screen, and hopefully it will work and not kick us off again.
I hope not.
So hopefully people will be able to see. Let's see.
Okay.
I am going to try to hide myself. No. Okay. So apparently if I do that, you can't hear me.
Oh no, I can't.
I am going to see if I can figure out a way to make this bigger. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this.
Yes. Okay. So this is where I started. Now, obviously, there are probably more professional ways of doing this, but Bridget touched on it just a little bit. But I mean, I have a very sick little boy here who just had tonsillectomy. And so I just decided one night, he was just sitting in the chair with me. We're up late. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it quick. So I do have PicMonkey on my phone. You could use anything else, but this is really easy. And it's also, you can use it on the website. Like you can use PicMonkey.com if you don't have that on your phone. But if you want to go from your phone, this is sort of the steps I took. So let's start my next slide here. Okay. So when you open up the app, it takes you to the screen where you're going to click on the plus button at the bottom. You've got a couple different options, but just click the plus button. Once you click it, you're going to go into design mode, and it's going to ask you to choose design. So you're going to choose design. And then you're also going to choose portrait. Now, here's the thing. So if you are on PicMonkey.com, you're going to need to go into design, and you want to put in your dimensions for the pixels. Make sure you're using pixels. And you want it to be the 1080 width by the 1920 height is what's going to work best if you're doing this on the computer. If not, you just need to, if you're using, I was trying to see what Renee was saying, but I couldn't tell. If you were, it's okay. So if you're using on the phone, you don't have to worry about your dimensions. Just click on portrait. And then the next thing that it will have you do is select your color, a color palette. And so on your Instagram, you need to think about what are some of the colors that show up a lot in your feed. Think about what's going to work well with that feed, or maybe just choose a color that makes you happy. Maybe your favorite color, or maybe the color of your blog. Maybe there's a color that represents you. So choose that.
I do like that pink color that you picked. It looks really nice on your landing page.
Yes, it was just a good neutral, but not neutral, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I chose that color, and then in the top corner, you're going to click next. I think it says next.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it brings you to a page at the bottom. And what mommies need? I didn't even know I could do PicMonkey. What is she saying? Can you read that?
I can't see her right now because I have my screen shared.
I should look on my phone. All right. So you're going to go to the stickers. And at the bottom, you've got a couple different options. I really want to help answer her question. And so you can choose from designs that you have maybe imported to PicMonkey, or you can just be real lazy like me and choose the stickers that they already have on there. Now, they're limited. I mean, there's a lot to choose from, but when you're thinking about your categories and what might represent your categories, they're a little bit limited. So you choose one of those options, and we're just going to, for the sake of illustration, I chose the light bulb. I did use this one for DIY for one of my categories. Mm-hmm. So you choose it, and it automatically shows up in the orange color. You're going to change it to whatever color you like. I like white. I like things to be simple and clean. So you're going to choose it, and then you're going to move it up about 3/4 of the way to the top. Thanks, Ellen. Lazy turned out great. Thank you. I'm telling you, I was seriously sitting there with Davis doing this. So move it up about 3/4 of the way, because when your cover photo, because I've tried a couple different ways, it's going to crop it down, and that's just where it worked for me. Who knows? Maybe it works in a different location too, but that's where you're going to move it.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're just going to click the up in the corner. There's a checkbox. So you're just going to say, check, I'm done. And then click and save it. And once you click save, it is going to ask you, where do you want to save it? Well, if you've done it on your phone, then you're already one step ahead of the game, because all you're going to do is save it to your camera roll. If you're using the website, you can just save it. And then, like I have the Dropbox app on my phone, I'll save it there. Or you can just old-fashioned email it to yourself after you've saved it.
Right.
And then your finished image. This is the one that we created. Then you're going to upload that image to your I call it Insta Stories, so your Instagram stories. For any of you who, you don't have your category yet, you still need to create your category. When you go to your homepage, you'll see these, they're not boxes, they're circles with plus signs. And that is where you're going to add your highlights. And this is a new feature. So for people that are new to Instagram, you're wondering, well, what is the highlight? Why is that important? This is an opportunity to save your stories. So whereas before, your stories were just gone in 24 hours, kind of like Snapchat.
Right.
But you can save them, which is such a good thing, because if you have really loyal Instagram or any kind of follower that come and check your page, then they can find it up there, especially if you've got it monetized somehow, if you have links in there. That's going to be really beneficial for them to be able to go back and see that if they missed it. So let's just say you don't have your category created. You have uploaded that picture, and then you're going to create your category by clicking the plus sign, and it'll ask you, what do you want it to say? And then let me open up my pictures on my phone so I can see what I said in that tiny print. Okay. So when you upload your image, the first thing you do, upload your image. We talked about that. You're going to create your new highlight category by pressing the arrow. It's really a plus sign. We talked about that. And then once you do that, you're going to choose the image you just loaded into your stories to be your cover photo. It's going to give you an option to add that in if your category is not already created. Okay. Or let's just say you like how I put or on there?
I do.
I love that. Okay. So
first of all, I noticed that your little screenshots you did this at 1:30 in the morning. What were you doing at 1:30 in the morning?
Don't tell people that I stay up this. No, seriously, I really was up that late because my son has to have medication every 3 hours.
Oh, right.
For his tonsils, and it's like falling asleep and then trying to wake yourself back up. Is hard to do. Yeah. Okay, so if you already have your category created, you are gonna wait for me to find this on my phone. Okay, you've already uploaded it. You're gonna go back to the view of your image in the story. Okay, so you're gonna go actually into your Instagram stories. You're gonna find the image that you just uploaded and created, and you're going to click the heart in the lower right corner. I have an example in just a second. Your already created category choices are going to appear, and you're going to select the category that image belongs to. So like that image was for my DIY. So I had already created the DIY category. So I just added it there. Once you do this sounds way more complicated than it really is. Once you go in there and do it, you'll see what I'm talking about. And then you're going to go back to your home page, so your landing page for Instagram, and click the category and edit it to make the image your new cover photo, because it'll ask you, okay, which one do you want to be your cover photo? You're going to select that one. And so I think my next slide is a picture of, there you go. Good, Ellen. Yay, the light bulb. And isn't it really fitting that I used the light bulb for the illustration? All right.
You're so smart.
So I just predicted the future, guys. At the bottom right corner, that's what the heart looks like. And it won't be lit up like that heart is because I'd already added that to a story. But that's also how you add your stories to, or your stories to your highlights. You always use the heart. All right. So what Mommy's Knee says. So does this arrow, I didn't get the whole thing. Let's go back.
I wish I could see.
Try to answer you guys. Hang on a second.
I'm trying. I don't know.
We are trying.
I know. Once I stop sharing the screen, I can go back through comments and we can try to pull up a couple of questions.
Okay. Well, you could probably stop. That was all I had, unless somebody needs to see the pictures again. Is there a word that we can tie to have this PowerPoint?
Oh, right.
Okay,
so here is Renee's question.
Okay. So does this arrow plus sign not show up if you haven't done any stories? I guess that would be why.
Yeah.
You don't. So, okay. So Renee, you don't have an arrow plus sign. When you go to your landing page, you don't have one? I want to know. That's interesting to me. But I would think probably not, because Instagram's like, well, what's she gonna highlight?
Yeah, probably so. I would say try doing a story and then see if the arrow pops up. I would bet it does. Mm-hmm.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Got to.
Nope. No.
She's saying no. Oh, I know what you probably need to do. Update your app. Yes, update your app update your, if you just recently updated your phone or it needs to be updated, you also need to update your app, because some people were saying, oh, we can't see that on your Instagram. Well, their app wasn't updated. So.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe try that.
I'm like a dinosaur.
You're a dinosaur. No,
you are not a dinosaur. No, you're not.
I know, that is really cool how you figured that out. I really liked it. I can't wait to try it on my own Instagram stories. I can't wait to find my lazy icons, because I'm not going to find any cool pictures either.
Oh, I know. It was hard. I was like, what am I going to put for decor? And I chose a chicken, because I'm like, well, I like farmhouse style. Let's put a chicken. That would be, that would work, right?
Yeah.
But don't forget, you can use your own pictures or images that you've uploaded. It's just easier for me in that moment to do it that way. I mean, maybe in the future I'll go back and fix it differently.
I like the way it looks. It's very clean.
Simple, clean. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you guys have any other questions for Felicia, either about Instagram stories or any other topic, blogging topic, feel free to throw them out and we can get some answers for you. Even if you're watching in replay, I'm sure Felicia would be more than happy to answer a couple of questions after the fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so if you loved this tutorial, make sure you give Felicia a round of applause in the comments, or maybe some hearts, a bunch of hearts and a bunch of likes. And make sure that you share this video with your other blogger friends so we can share the word on how to organize your Instagram stories.
So Felicia, do you use any other apps for your Instagram pics or stories other than PicMonkey? I do use several different apps. I guess I'm curious as to what, as far as like using to create the cover, there's a couple more I can think of, but they would just be more complicated. This was the most simple. But then for my actual pictures on Instagram, that is a question I get a lot. My favorite apps, my top apps, let me just go on my phone, because Pick Tap Go is my favorite.
You told me about that one.
Yeah.
At one of the conferences we had attended, and I love that. I still use it to this day.
I love Pick Tap Go. I always keep my phone itself, like this setting for my camera, on the why am I losing my brain right now? The grid. But it's the rule of
threes.
There's a rule, and it's there, and use it. I forgot what it's called. But I do keep it on there, and just remembering that you're not lining things up in the squares. You're actually lining them up on the line. So that would be the rule of thirds. That's what it is. But I use Pick Tap Go. And I also really like Facetune. That's a good one if you need to blur the background or really make something stand out in the forefront and then blur the background. That's a great one for that.
Facetune,
you can also
for under eye circles.
You can also get your wrinkles to go away.
Yeah, the over 40 crowd. I love that face check.
You can use that as well. And then sometimes I do take a lot of outdoor pictures, but if I need just a little more light on the picture, I love Lens Flare. LENS Flare, Lens Flare.
I haven't heard of that one before.
And it adds just a touch of, you can just put some white light on there, or you can put these really artsy fartsy things on there if you want to. So there's a lot of choices, but those are probably my top 3, the ones I go to over and over again. I hope that answered that question.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing all this great information. I can't wait to go download those new apps and to get my Instagram stories online, because it's a mess. I don't have any categories at all.
It's all right. Look, it's okay. You also don't have a sick kid
category, because I need that. Just like pictures of my tea. See my Chick-fil-A sweet tea. I have it right here.
You didn't bring me one. I just have my water bottle.
Oh, so you're being good.
So boring right now. I've also had 3 coffees today, so
nice. Because you were screenshotting things at 1:30 a.m. for us.
Yeah.
Well, before we go, I'm just going to pop up a picture really quick. This is Felicia and I, just to say thank you so much. As we went to So I think was Cascade, right? And we saw this.
So.
We thought it was a good photo op. So
it's a really good one. And we have there's like 2 of them like that.
Yeah. I think you photoshopped one.
We remade it.
You made it.
No, we remade it. We did it again.
Oh, you're right. We did
2 times.
I didn't see that one though. I'll have to go back. We have to do like a split screen.
Show how much we've changed.
Yes. After we use the Facetune app, we'll look like 10 years younger. We'll be like, wow,
and some Liz Flare. We'll put some like lights on us.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for sharing your birthday with us. I hope you have a great night. And I learned a ton, and I can't wait to implement all these tips. So if you want to follow Felicia on Instagram, she is Go Grow Go is her handle on Instagram. And gogrowgo.com.
That's right.
You wanted to share before we head out?
That's it. You guys leave your questions. I love answering questions about Instagram. Love it.
Great. Thanks so much, guys. And we will be back on Thursday with another interview with an influencer. So
I can't wait.
Yeah. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.